with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, inset screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. when you're walking. What you say?
Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Drumsticks, how you doing?
Hello, good morning. I'm good.
How you doing, my dear?
Good morning to you.
All right.
And how are you?
I'm okay, love.
Okay, good morning to the nation.
All right.
I'm reading from the Word of God, John chapter 2, verse 14. I have written unto you, Father, because you have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you, young men, because you are strong, and the word of God abideth in you, and you have overcome the wicked one. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you, my dear. How's the family?
Everybody all right for the time?
Weekend was great, I'm assuming?
Yes, weekend was great, and yesterday I went out. I went to them quarantine point yesterday.
What you happening? Liming far.
The church in them St. George's had a lunch up there, and we went.
Okay.
Don't you get so nice and beautiful?
Mm-hmm. I think the Lions Club or the Leo Club or something, or the Rotary or somebody. I think they're the ones taking care of the spot now.
Yes. We have place for children to play, swing in the rope and on the boat and all that kind of thing. And then it was good, it was great. And there are plenty of seats. We went on right in the end.
Well, I am happy that you enjoyed yourself.
Yep. We enjoyed ourselves. And I came back last night after 8.
You tired?
Yep.
Okay. Well, take care of yourself.
Okay. You have a nice day.
You too, my dear.
All right, bye.
All right. La 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 la. Weather, yeah.
Gotta be careful, careful.
You know, there's a saying that some people say, what, rain, thunder, lightning, I day, you know. And you know what? Not at all times. When you really look for them, sometimes you can't find it. But some people who don't have to say it, but they just have to be there because it's part of their job. And the other thing too is that after they've done the job for a while, they learn to love and care for people, so they understand that they need to be there. At the Morris Bishop International Airport this morning, Cecile Mitchell. Good morning, Cecile. Part of the crew that has to be there no matter what. Rain, thunder, lightning, storm, snow and all. Morning, Cecile.
Good morning, Andre. And good morning to all the listeners of Real FM. I trust that you guys had a great weekend and are ready for the work week. Now let's find out what's driving the tropical Atlantic. The Atlantic high-pressure system, dented by a frontal shear line, is the main feature in the North Tropical Atlantic. Over our area, some moist patches of low-level clouds, steered by the brisk trade winds, will support occasional cloudiness punctuated by brief, light to moderate showers. Currently at the Morris Bishop International Airport, it is cloudy in showers. The prevailing winds are easterly at 20 miles per hour. The barometric pressure reads 1014.8 millibars. That's above normal and rising. The current temperature is 26.4 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity stands at 86%. Temperatures climaxed yesterday at 30.2 degrees Celsius, and overnight the temperatures dropped to 26.0 degrees Celsius. During the past 24 hours, there was just a trace of rainfall recorded here at the airport. Hence, the total for the month of May remains at a trace. The total rainfall recorded for the month of April was 54.0 millimeters, which is above the average of 32.0 millimeters. Here now is the public forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Weather conditions are expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and windy, with brief light to moderate showers. Expect improvements during the afternoon. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east to northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly swells. Hence, a marine advisory is in effect due to windy conditions resulting in agitated seas and above normal swells. Tides are currently falling. Low would be at 10 a.m. and the next high at 4 p.m. Sunset 6:22 and sunrise 5:48. Just to recap, the public forecast that's valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. Partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and windy with brief light to moderate showers, improvements during the afternoon. And remember, a marine advisory is in effect. From the forecast desk here at the Morris Bishop International Airport, I am Cecile. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Cecile. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right.
It's Real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Just had a request here to say good morning to two lovely people. Make sure I get it right there. Say a special hi to my dear friend Denise and Wayne. We are listening. Okay. Denise, I thought I'd play this one for you. Yeah, you know, I can get kind of crazy with the music. Yeah, but yeah, here's a big tune, girl. Yeah, this is unlike me, but I like this one. You like it too.
Water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business.
Now, people probably wondering, what's wrong with Andre this morning? Well, what's right with me, you could say too. Don't know if it's right or wrong.
I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business.
Come on, girl, shake what your mama gave you.
Drink water and mind my business.
Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
Drink water and mind my business. Who me? I don't watch people, man. I'm looking for house and land. Who me? I don't watch people things. I's a queen. I have my own king. Of some of them that talk the most, like they know it all. Ask them how they get their Gucci purse. I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind.
Okay, Andre, okay. Stop it. Right. All mining business done. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Somebody just sent me a message on my phone saying, you're crazy, man. So all they just know that. All they just know of all the things in the world, yeah, all they just know I crazy. Please. Let me look for me to share me, yeah? Where is me? Okay, come on. Oh, there is I. Why is the phone here? Not the phone, the microphone. Oh, it's a phone too. Anyway. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. Good morning, Dr. Mitchell. How you doing? How you doing, sir? You good? All right. One love. Zingo. Good morning. Somebody call already now. Hold on, call. I come in. All right, let me check this out. When is Wednesday the 6th? Wednesday the 6th? Wednesday? Oh, this Wednesday at 6. Okay. Maribor Plainfield, Delma Thomas, this Wednesday. Check it out. Yeah. She'll be having a public meeting. Well, of course, she'll be speaking. I don't know who other speakers will be. But probably looks like, I don't know, if Kate doesn't have a pressing matter, Kate will be there. Likewise, Emlyn, likewise, soon to be Governor General. Ms. Bain Hosford, yeah. If they don't have other pressing things, then they'll be there. Or they probably will come and leave. But I'm sure there'll be other people to speak. Young people in the community, yeah, they'll come out and they'll speak. Waterwise? No, today's Tuesday. Come on, people. What's wrong with you? Good morning to you. What's up? What's going on? Hello?
Hello, good morning, Andre.
What's your problem, bro? What are you calling me for? What's going on?
I'm calling you to apologize to everyone.
Mr. Man, that's your problem. You have people calling me. I'm like, yo, I don't know. Imagine the first person to call me was Callistus Bonaparte. Callistus Bonaparte calls and says, Jay, what's going on? I say, well, maybe it's a holiday. Shall I take holiday too?
No. Holiday. I was at the studio. Everything ready and set to go. No internet. And I tried calling out. I tried calling you. I tried calling the other radio stations. I tried calling our technical guy, you know who. No, but I wasn't able to get anybody. I called everybody.
And I didn't see a call. I didn't see a call from you. I'm just telling you, it just didn't.
No, in your case, when I called you, it went direct to voicemail, which meant to me that you was in an area that didn't have service. And your phone wasn't off.
No, I was home.
Just didn't have service.
I was home. I don't know. Maybe at that time the network messed up because I was home. That's why Kali got me.
Yeah, because I tried calling you about 4 times.
I was home.
Didn't get you. I tried calling our technical guy. No response. I tried calling WFM studio. I tried calling the person who I knew should be on air at that time. I wasn't able to get anybody. But just to apologize to everyone who had tuned in because it was due to no fault of any of the stations, especially not Real FM, not any of the other stations, not even myself, but the internet itself was off.
Okay. What, dropped?
I don't know. I checked in that building there are 2 separate internet, and both of them was off. Both of them was off. I checked the system for both of them, and both of them were off. I'm not sure if it's back on now or what, but it was off. So I'm gonna reach out to the technical guy this morning and see what's going on, and then
the fat guy.
We see what's going on. Yeah, the fat guy.
The fat guy.
He ain't mind that. He does just say he should shrink. He ain't fat.
No.
You see, shrink when they wash.
You have to catch him today because he's in a good mood. His wife celebrated over the past couple of days, so he's in a good mood. He's in a good place right now. So if you catch him now, he'll do almost anything because his wife celebrated.
He's smiling like a Cheshire cat.
You can say that. You can say that, bro. You know, he put on that Cheshire cat smile. Eh?
Anyway, I don't want to tell people lies too
but hold on,
weather, so.
Why is it that when I tell, like I will tell my good friend Carl Caton, you're smiling like a Cheshire cat. And then when I say Cheshire, people vex. I've been using this word so long. Do you understand?
I mean, we understand that initially what they mean, you smile like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah, well,
but in the Caribbean, so we have time to go through this long word Cheshire.
Cheshire cat. That's Cheshire cat.
You smile like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah. But now I use the word Cheshire for itself and I ain't using cat, everybody vex. So if you look like a Cheshire, you look like a Cheshire, that's your business.
But this is the Caribbean.
Yeah.
In fact, there are many people that I have grown up with. I've known, I cannot tell you the proper name. Because I know them by a nickname. We have a tendency in the Caribbean. And I feel it's probably an African thing for research that you might find is an African thing they used to use for whatever reason. But I mean, nearly everybody have I don't think it's have a person that do have a nickname. Nearly all of us have nicknames. I ain't going to go for mine. I have a few.
Nah, let me go there.
You ain't going down that road.
You go down that road. You go down that road at all. Anyway, my brother,
everybody a nickname. I mean, you can't vex if somebody say Cheshire.
Exactly. Anyway, take yourself.
Same to you, my brother, and all the listeners. Bye-bye.
All right, wait, one love. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get along without you now. I've got along without you before I met you. Gonna get along without you now. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get along with... What's your problem? You looking at me like a shisha cat? Huh? Yo, what's your problem, youth? What?
Got no problem.
And you're looking at me?
Yeah, supposed to.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Good morning, Carl Caton. What's up, big guy?
I'm good, man.
You change your glasses?
Yes.
Jeez, you be... I struggling to buy one. You changing on me? Damn, bro. You hip like that? You got it going on, man. You got it going on.
Not really, no.
So it's good.
Well, all is good for now, considering everything. What about you?
Oh, Robert will not be here this morning. Good morning, Bob. I had my phone in my hand because I was about to send somebody a message. And I saw, you can see somebody typing, right? And I saw Robert typing.
Okay.
So before he finished typing, I sent him a message saying, okay, yes, I understand you wouldn't be in this morning. He was like, oh, God. He's like, yo, you just know me too much. But I knew he wasn't going to be in this morning. See, because Tuesday for him is the first working day of this week.
Yeah.
So he has meetings, and so like you would have on Mondays.
Okay.
So hence the reason why he's not here this morning. Stan Phillip! Where's Stan? I wouldn't call Senator Garvey. When I speak to Senator Garvey like this, he runs into trouble. Like you'll almost bongs, you'll almost run off the road when I talk to him. So I prefer not to say Senator Winston Garvey. Did I just say that? Oh, damn. I hope he nearly run off no road right now. Morning, Senator. How you doing? Right. You in Barbados, you didn't report to me as to how your Barbados thing went, You're kind of... Okay, don't worry. I'll call you up one of these days. So what's new, Carl? If you ask me what's new, I can tell you.
What's new, Andre?
Let me take my time, yeah? Monday.
As in Andre?
Monday made some very interesting statements at the May Day rally on Sunday.
Yeah.
Very interesting statements were made by Monday Lewis. People comment and say, oh, Monday changed, like Monday supporting NNP now. I'm like, no. Monday is just straight and speaking the truth.
Yes.
I can't say
As
that
he said-
Monday is supporting any political party. I can't. He has made statements in the past that would give me the impression that he is anti-government.
Yeah.
He has made those statements. But what he has said now, Carl, to me, it has nothing to do with anti-government.
As he says, it has nothing to do with color, or just the bare fact in terms of, you have to vote for, but you have to be aware
Of what's happening.
Yeah.
And Monday said, and he said, hey, there is a case right now before the High Court.
But if you
don't believe, Google it.
Yeah.
Or before the Privy Council or whatever. If you don't believe, Google it and see which law firm and which lawyer is leading this. And it is a case that is, I wouldn't say anti-worker, but it is an establishment against a worker. And representing the establishment is the political leader of the National Democratic Congress.
Yeah.
Now that happening is cause for concern. Not cause of concern for me, but cause of concern for the members of that party and for the electorate of Grenada. Because they will say, but hold on. How can you profess to love us, the electorate, How can you profess to love us, Keaton, when you are representing the business, big business, against us? So, and I said this, and I don't know how much you believe what I said, Carl, but I did say on Friday, I did make the statement to you, Carl, on Friday. Remember the statement I made to you on Friday?
No.
Corporate lawyers don't care.
You asked me and I tell you it's cutthroat guys.
There you go.
Well, Andre, if you listened the first read Sunday.
I didn't listen.
I was
you're on your own. You forget you're on your own.
I was along the same lines.
Okay.
At this particular time, the leadership and the team of the National Congress is not capable of and what is instructive to know that what Monday alluded to is straight up, because on one side of the leader of the National Democratic Congress, after the court ruling, he was touting a victory for workers. But in his doing, he always working against workers. SGU against workers, the breweries against workers, White in the Moonlight against workers.
No Calabash Hotel.
Against workers. So his track record is always against workers. And then somebody asked the question, they want to see how NDC go wiggle out of this one. And one of the NDC guys say, we need to understand what is professionalism. So he's a professional, that's why he's doing that.
Oh, yeah?
So this one is not one I could wiggle
out. Oh, yeah?
Wiggle out of Andre. And Monday put it in its perspective. He say, if he didn't say that, he not been
honest.
Fair.
Not been fair. And that's correct. And I'm not touting Monday and putting Monday on top no pedestal that he said this in a no. I'm just saying that, hey, Monday has said this. And it is something that we need to be aware of. The electorate needs to be aware of this, because how can you vote for somebody or to elect somebody into office and that person is fighting against you?
Well, Andrew Donald, early in our discussion on this radio station, I always admonish you to follow the money. And once you follow the money, everything is clear. Now, on this radio station, we had this discussion since they coronated Deacon Mitchell, the Congress. And I asked the question, whose interest would Deacon Mitchell be serving? And based on all empirical evidence and facts, not the people of Grenada, not the workers, because every time you hear of him, or every time you hear his claim to fame, is against the Grenadian people. So, for one to promising employment for all, permanent employment for all Imanis and contract workers, one who is promising that we go pay pension, but the whole track record and his whole antecedents is not that. It's like you're saying something, but when we strip it bare and we look at you for who you are, it's something totally contrasting. So when the issue of legalization of marijuana came up, and he indicated that he would apologize to the Rastafarian community, I think it is fitting that he apologize to the workers of Grenada. Because if you're saying so much injustice happened to the Rastafarian and you have to apologize to them, but you, as a person, you are not something nobody don't making up that on you. As Monday indicated, if you don't believe, Google it. And some people have Googled it, and the internet was thing. And what is interesting to note, Andre, Monday's pronouncement get more forward than the speech of Mr. Michelin.
How do you know that?
Well, social media.
Oh, social media you're talking about.
Get more forward because the amount of time I see it forward on social media, he get a forward. And what I don't understand, Dre, as I mentioned this speech. Now there was this whole thing with constitutional reform and so on, and the state of Grenada came in. But all intention and purpose is always been the state of Grenada and its dependencies. And when you talk about the dependencies, you talk about Carrico and Pitimatnik. What the leader of the Congress always seems to put in Grenada last is like Pitimatnik, Carrico and Grenada. And then you say in address to which initiative, Pitimatnik?
None. Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if you're asking, then want me to answer?
Yeah.
Or you just
answer, man?
I can't answer that question, and I wouldn't say that Grenada is last and Pitimatnik is first, because then somebody can flip it and say, well, when you mention Grenada first, you put Carrico and Pitimatnik afterwards. I'll say it to you this way, Carl. It is time for us, if there is one thing in that constitutional reform that we need to do, is change the name of the state. I always say to my friends in Carrico and Pitimatnik, when I mention Grenada, you are included. So first and last, the state is Grenada. You see that thing coming up with the Bank of England now?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mention Grenada, Carrico, and Pitimatnik.
Mm-hmm.
It deals with Grenada, the state.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to understand that. And that is a mistake. That again falls right at the feet of the National Democratic Congress.
Yeah.
They were the ones who encouraged people not to vote in favor of the constitutional reform. And if we had done that, then this thing about Grenada, Carrico, Pitimatnik, Carrico, Grenada, whatever, that would have been solved.
Cleared up once and for all.
Once and for all. But they again put us in this stupidness. So that is my thing in relation to that. Now, leopard can change its spots. And take a look at the world, Carl. Take a look at the world and try to realize, and then try to tell me, and I want somebody to tell me that, honestly, straight up, tell me, or name for me all the lawyers who are great leaders in the world. Starting now, go ahead. I'm waiting.
Well, I don't know.
All the lawyers, and I ain't talking just one particular set of lawyers, all the lawyers who have made great leaders in the world.
That's something I haven't given a study to.
You should.
No, I haven't done the research.
No, I'm saying you should.
Yeah, I will. Now you mention it, I will, but I haven't done the research.
All the lawyers who have made great leaders in the world, or for that matter, I'll be nice, great politicians. Lawyers don't make great politicians. Seriously.
What's your narrative on that?
Why? You mean?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Why they don't?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. But they just don't. They don't make great politicians. Especially corporate lawyers. Check Grenada. Check Grenada. Use Grenada as your platform right now and check Grenada. You finish check? Okay, can I check? Good morning.
Good morning again, Andre. I'm sorry to have to call back so soon, but just on the issue of that case that was raised by Mondi.
You like the name, eh? You like the Mondi. That's his first name, eh? In case people think that's his first name, eh? Mondi.
Yeah, I know the Honorable Senator's first name is that, yeah. But just to say, I myself have been following up that case and other cases, because it's not the only case. There are other cases involving the present leader of the National Democratic Congress. And the main issue that is being contended by the leader of the National Democratic Congress's law firm in that case is a worker's right to be able to go to the High Court to seek redress in the case of unfair dismissal, you know. The worker was dismissed by Calabash Hotel. The dismissal was found to be unfair by the Labor Commissioner. This was challenged by, of course, Calabash challenged that. The thing ended up in the High Court. And what Mr. Mitchell and company is argued in the court is that the workers' constitutional right to seek redress in a case of unfair dismissal has been removed because you now have the Employment Act, you know. So that, in other words, a worker who is unfairly dismissed should not be able to take their case to court. That is what he is arguing. I mean, if the workers don't understand what I'm saying there, they could speak to another lawyer and ask them about that specific case. It's Indra Williams versus Casepack Company being Calabash Hotel. They could check that out for themselves. But if I am unfairly dismissed, you want to tell me that I should not be able to take that issue to court? This is what he's arguing. And this is why Mondi has been saying, research, find out for yourself what these individuals who are coming and playing, they like workers so much. Investigate what they have been doing to show their love for workers before. That's what he said, simply. As he get a lot of attack for it to say that he's an NP. You say, I think the man hit both sides, hit an NP, hit the NDC. But what he said is simply investigate. And if you go and you read the case, that is the nexus of the entire thing. Whether you as a worker, if you're unfairly dismissed, not just dismissed, unfairly dismissed, that you shouldn't have the right to be able to take your case to the High Court. That is the whole issue itself. As I get more information, I'll make sure that you all get it in relation to that particular issue.
Thank you,
okay,
brother. All right, good. Brenda Batiste, good morning. And Brenda said to me, Dre, well, she didn't say Dre, but she said, Michael Manley, Mia Motley, Morris Bishop, lawyers, good leaders. Okay, Brenda. Also, someone else said something. Natasha Fraser.
You look all Kamala.
No, Natasha Fraser says Barack Obama was an attorney in civil rights academies at the Harvard Law School. So let's start with Barack Obama. Let's start with him. And this is going to do some, make people going to feel I stupid, but then that's something that they feel already. People go feel that I do a sense, but that's something that they believe already. People go feel that I should be taken off radio. That's something that they want. So there's nothing new that's going to happen after I say this. Outside of being
a melanin brother,
being the first to ascend to the throne of governance of the United States of America, quote unquote, the most powerful country in the world, outside of being a melanin brother, which I love the fact. However, Brenda and others, tell me one thing, outside of making us black people feel good, tell me one thing that Barack Obama did for black people in the United States of America. One. Okay, so I don't know that one.
In so much as in one of Donald's speech, telling people, and them, well, you try Barack already. So what worse could you do?
Exactly.
That was exactly what you can do.
So people go vexing me for saying that, but then all y'all can start vexing me already. I know big.
Although we have love for the brother, but
I have love for Barack, but he did nothing for black people. People go say Andre is stupid. Well, I know that. Come on, tell me something that I know. Ajakas anything? I know that already. Tell me something that I don't know. All right, next one. Michael Manley. Jamaicans, no disrespect, but do me a favor. Back in history and check, when did the chaos that's taking place now start in Jamaica? Under whose leadership? When guns used to be parked up in trucks in places like Tivoli Gardens, a whole truckload of guns just park up there and then just disappear. The trucks stay and all the guns gone. Check that. Motley.
Hold on, before the patio thing and the whole origins of Dodos and them fellas and them.
That was then. Dodo's father and all kind of thing, yeah?
And even the legendary Bob Marley, he had some issue with something, and then they allege that he got shot and he never looked after it, and that could have been leading to his death.
Okay. Now, all the violence started then, eh? So, put on a side there. Motley.
In them days, and if the police had to go in Tivoli Gardens, they had to ask.
They had to ask permission.
They had to ask the same man.
Same man. And you're saying great leader? Okay, fine. Motley. I ain't right hurting yet. She just started. And she going through. There are things that I will say, but she's in office. So I ain't gonna say it. Do you understand?
Her thing is not yet set.
Yeah. It's like on Good Friday and thing called how they used to break egg and put it out, and if you are
turn a boat and all
kind
kind
boat
of thing,
you go travel, if you turn church, you go marry, that all kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just break that egg. She asked you Good Friday still. I just break that egg with Motley. I ain't ready yet to deal with her.
It's like the whole argument with King James and Michael Jordan. People compare them, but it's unfair now to compare them because King James still playing.
Right.
So she's still playing.
She's still playing. Maurice Bishop. Brenda, you said in your book he fits the perfect definition of a leader. He inspired many to follow him. I just mentioned the name Duros Cook. He inspired many to their deaths.
Well, if you want to know about Ask Warrior.
Yeah. He inspired many to their deaths. So, do you say that Morris is a great leader when he inspired me, as a student? That's why I beat up KB and them, Morris inspired me, but was that a good thing? He inspired me. That's why I jump up when Kenny Lalsing was sent to jail. He inspired me. He inspired me when Jerry Romaine was a detainee. He inspired me.
So, he inspired you when you were stupid and young, so with hatred you pick up your gun?
I ain't going to say all of that, So we have to be careful with this inspired thing.
He inspired you to hate Eric Matthew? I don't know, just asking.
I'd never hated Gary.
Okay. Just asking, just clarifying.
Hated Gary.
So they wouldn't say you didn't say that.
I'm from a GLP background. Well, GNP, background. My mother supported GNP. But I was born in a GLP stronghold.
Mount Reach.
Yeah, so I never hated Gary. I just didn't like some of the things that they said he did. Cleveroy says, great is not only subjective, but it can be the subject of bitterness of one's acquired taste. Okay. Now listen to me and listen to me very carefully. Again I say, name me. Brenda, hold on. Brenda says, show me a perfect man. A perfect great man. I can't. Seriously, sister, I can't. But with the imperfection, I'm going to just do some take Maurice Bishop. He was imperfect in so many ways that we were blinded and couldn't see. Brenda, there's so many things that we don't know when it comes to Maurice Bishop. There's so many things that I sometimes wish I could utter. But then it'll not be good. It's gonna hurt too many people. There's so many things that I wish I could utter. Anyway.
What's about A&R Robinson?
The sellout in Trinidad?
I don't know how you call him.
He that caused all that happening in Trinidad to happen now, you know.
A&R?
So who caused it? Who was in office in 1990?
The driver couldn't drive, you mean? As Chalky said.
Who was in charge in 1990?
Arthur.
What happened in 1990? Abu Bakr take over in 1990, correct?
Yeah.
After that, Trinidad never got hold of crime and violence, you know.
Nah.
Never, you know. After that, everything just keeps going downhill, you know. And you want to tell me A&R is a good leader? But behave yourself.
I thought the Silver Fox bars there.
Man, what? Behave yourself, no, man. I tell you, you honestly cannot find, and Brenda, I ain't no perfect great man, but you honestly cannot find.
Well, you talk about, you just chopped out the Silver Fox. The Silver Fox was a shrewd fella.
I'm not saying no.
When Abu do anything, Silver Fox lie down in grand answer. What Abu Bakr doing anything wrong there?
You lie down in grand hands.
Silver Fox lie down and you say, that man or something, or that shrewd guy.
But in any event, lawyers don't make great leaders.
But
that's the bottom line. Lawyers don't make great leaders.
Oh, what? You feel we could blanket that thing? Mm-hmm. You must have.
I just did.
Because remember, in ancient days, they say, could anything good come out of Nazareth? So, I mean, sometimes maybe all over, you must have someone from the legal fraternity that could be up there.
Did you hear me? Lawyers don't necessarily make good leaders.
Okay.
All right?
Your view?
Well, I want somebody to tell me something different. Call me and tell me something different now. I'd listen to you if you call. Lawyers, but...
Like I tell you, I haven't done the research, so to speak on it, I can't think. But I will do the research now that we had a discussion.
On the lawyers?
Yeah.
So you'll get back to me by Wednesday?
Wednesday's tomorrow.
Duh.
Oh, Google and others assist me.
I hope so too.
And the University of YouTube and others. Well, I have to consult the University of YouTube and So what is your end game with that discussion?
Oh, Brenda, I'm going to read this statement because you've made it public here. I know more about him than you think. Very ugly things, but that does not diminish what was great in him. Good, bad, and ugly. I still rate him great. Brenda, you're making a mistake there. You can't, if a man have so many ugly things that cannot be mentioned, you can't do son say the man is a great man. You can't do that because you're putting him in the same elk. Like for instance, Carl, do you know, boy, this morning is a bad morning, eh? But do you know that I don't rate Mahatma? I don't.
Why?
Because there was a time in his life when, and that's in South Africa, when blacks and Indians had to use the same entrance. And he campaigned and said that Indians were not supposed to use the same entrance as blacks. He didn't say that Indians were supposed to join the whites. He just said that we as Indians cannot be using the same entrance as blacks. What does that mean?
Discriminating.
Thank you very much. So I can't rate Mahatma. I can't.
Well, leave out one man in the whole spectrum of the discussion on lawyers and leadership.
Who's that? Who's that?
Nelson. Madiba. Where you place Madiba? You place him as a sellout like how Julius Malema does say?
He is a sellout.
So you're supporting Julius Malema?
Yep. Nelson's a sellout. The first thing to me how Nelson was a sellout is that you are in prison. You have someone outside a prison. For how many years you spent in prison?
27 years.
27 years you spent in prison. And you have someone outside who from the day you stepped in prison have been agitating for your release.
Who was willing to even go to the gates of hell.
For you.
Yeah.
And because of what was put in your head, do you understand?
Yeah.
You come out and you marry an next woman. But forget that man can't be rated in my book. Trust me. Who want to vex?
And many used to see, during the same 27 years, many used to see him in Joe Morgan. But they couldn't believe his they seen at the time.
This thing was a setup. He sold out.
And then when he come out, the same man what had his foot on his neck, the clock, he still said he's a very good guy.
Yeah, very good guy. That's the guy that nearly killed him, but a very good guy.
The guy never nearly killed him. If you saying it was a setup, that many guy did nearly kill him.
Well, yeah,
he nearly killed the rest.
Well, no, nearly kill him in terms of
Walter Sisulu and Owen Umbeki.
Sisulu and them that did. I'm telling you, man, people, you gotta be very good.
Alikota. Because Julius say he loved that man so much, eh? And then all of them sit down and say, okay, we go take back the land. That's the whole thing about it, because what Julius saying, the men that had the land now, they never pay for the land, they just come and acquire the land. So now, Julius say, well, all of them agree. Once the man assent to the thing, land go take back him without compensation. Him. See, the next day, the man say, nah, we can't do that thing. He appoint the clerk as vice president and thing. I don't know what, I don't know. So you don't rate him?
No.
As a great leader?
No.
But he had the ability to inspire a whole generation.
Melanin, I love him.
But inspire a whole generation of guys, don't they? Although they didn't give them economic power, they only have political power, not economic power.
Then they don't have power.
Yeah.
But then you don't have power, Carl.
What a guy that listen to him, Julius? Malima?
Sometimes I follow Malima on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I do. All right, so somebody's asking me here, does all the bad outdo the good they have done? Yes.
But in the context of great here, Andre, explain great here for me.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, your context. We speaking, we having a discussion.
I know, I answered you how I wanted to answer.
Okay.
I answered you how I wanted to answer. And there's a reason I answered that way.
Okay.
Andre, tell us what you consider great so we can extract the unique ingredients of perfection for debate. Come some clever, right? Again, that is not how I assess leadership, but that is your approach. Gotta run. Have a great day. Have a great day, Brenda. She says good morning.
Morning, Brent.
Yeah, Brenda says good morning. What again? Andre Zingo says he wants to vent. Well, go ahead, call. You already number, call.
Vent. So Zingo, you can't wait for the day in the polling mood to vent. You want to vent before?
Let me tell you something, man. I know I make a lot of enemies again this morning, Carl, but you know I custom making enemies.
So your intention was to make enemies?
Mm-hmm. That was my intention.
Nah, man.
No. Listen to me, and I'll tell you why it was my intention. My intention was to speak what I spoke. And if knowingly what I spoke will create enemies, then it is my intention to create enemies. Because I know. There's someone who could say, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm ignorant, I don't say talk, and I think, so fine, go ahead. Who really cares? Who really cares?
What really happened on the road to Damascus with you?
Nothing.
You sure?
I'm sure. Let me say this, and let me say this. There's another thing I'm gonna say. My good friend, Callistra. Callistra has been stripped. She has been stripped by a gentleman who put a statement out that I was privy to. He didn't name her. He didn't name her in his discourse. But Tongno is Callistra and a couple of people who wrote Deacon's speech. You understand?
Yeah.
Tongno that.
Because
And based
speechwriting
on-
is an art.
Well, the guy, Mr. Joseph, said that. You know?
Really?
Yeah, Mr.
No
Joseph.
speechwriting is not an ordinary thing. Not everybody who could do that thing.
Exactly. Somebody said that Callistra believes she is writing a news story. I laugh. How do I say it? I laugh, I cry. I laugh, I cry.
No, but in all things, speech writing is not an ordinary achievement. You have some people who have it and some don't have it. And at the stage of putting together any speech for any meaningful reaction or so forth, persons have to consult or consider the better set of writers. And because you want to create an impact, and it's my view here, Dre, the speech didn't really create an impact or set anything ablaze.
It didn't.
On behalf of the Congress.
It didn't.
It shows a lot of cold water, naivety. Like for instance, you trivialize tourism. But on one hand, you bigging up Morris Bishop for the airport. The airport is our tourism, but in the whole construct of the economy and what you're planning, you put in tourism low. So that'll correlate, Dre. Then you touting agriculture, but you yet to present ways and means as you say it is not. We supposed to be, but you haven't said to the Grenadian public what I will do to bring it to where it is. Because a landmark speech like that, Dre, ought to have the components or what it takes to convince one here, man, that man and know what he's doing. But when a speech gives you more question than answers, is bad. And even in the context of making people permanent and thing, and you know the e-money program is one where you take in the batch, but some goes to different parts. So when you make a blanket statement and say you go ting them and so on. So are you saying you go coerce businesses so to do? You are a coercive power, like, okay, you send some to Real FM. Would you coerce Real FM or you strong arm Real FM to make them permanent? So the speech leaves a lot of question. Then you spoke about, you go, respect the ruling of the court as relates to pension. Oh, yeah, I agree on that. But then you go pay, but you don't give a idea how you go raise that revenue or what would you do to create already economy be of such so you could raise those revenues. So the persons writing the speech, and if you say Carly Shaw, Sparta or that, they don't give such an important engagement enough credence. So one sits back and listens and they could take it at yes, this guy ready because here's what he say and here's how he envision it to move forward. Bearing in mind you're speaking about you're making zero poverty, which you know is something only the ancient of days could cause. Yes, you have a plan, but how are you achieving it? And in no way in the speech you couldn't get to the part in the speech and say, okay, he said we will do that, and here's how we intend to do. So as you say, speech writing is not an ordinary thing?
No, it's not an ordinary thing. It's definitely not an ordinary thing. I dabble.
Yeah.
I dabble because I dabble because I dabble. And let me leave it right there. I do not lay claim to being premier speechwriter. As my good friend Brenda said there a short while ago, two of the better persons that we have in relation to speechwriting in Grenada that people know publicly, Hamlet Mark and Philomena Robertson. She says that. Good? I concur. There is a gentleman, Stanley Charles.
Yeah, this guy.
He is brilliant at that, eh?
Yeah.
And because he's dyslexic, because he is, because he's dyslexic, it probably makes him even more brilliant.
Yeah.
When it comes to speech writing.
I know that
or
about
writings
him.
on a whole.
Yeah.
So Stanley Charles.
He's all right.
Those three. Now, there are other persons or other people in Grenada.
I think Robert, our sister, was trying.
The one in Foreign Affairs?
Yeah, Roxy.
Roxy. I have not necessarily come across
No,
her
no,
writings. I've not come across her writings, so I can't speak to it. But okay. Now, there is a lady.
I think I know where you're going there.
I say no more. That's all. There is a lady.
No, she good.
She is brilliant. As a matter of fact, two ladies. They're good. I have seen things written for herself to read, i.e. Ambassador Smith, Yolande Smith.
Yes.
And she's pretty decent also.
Yeah.
I've seen that stuff that she's written in things. And yes, Clever, I was coming to that. I know Toro is in there. A lot of you think that Peter read a lot of times. I know Toro write it. You don't feel I know it. I know. All right? So there are people in Grenada who are able to do this. Unfortunately, Calistria has not gotten to that level yet. If I am in kindergarten and I will put Calistria in stage 1, so I'm still behind her. I still give her the forward, but she's not ready for that level.
You see,
as yet.
You see, speech writing is not about a particular narrative.
Thank you.
When you're writing a narrative, you close it like a horse, you put on blinders. So you only see ahead of you, you're not seeing everything. Now, speech writing and writing a narrative is something different because a narrative is opinionated. And a speech of that magnitude is not about an opinion, but about a philosophy. It's about a plan. So you have to write taking into context everything. You can write taking into context your narrative of how you see it. Because if you have in a plan for a country, it is not about your narrative. And Miss Faria tends to go on her narrative. Because if you listen to her programs and so forth, it's about a narrative, and a narrative is simply your opinion. My narrative is my opinion on things. And I cannot give you my opinion for you to read as a national speech. And they think getting more up, you have to write clear. You see how Mondi spoke? He never come and say support NNP who Okit Michelin. But you see, I'm duty bound to let you know all the circumstances. And then what I was saying, even Sunday, like I tell you on the program, if you listen, the issues that matters most ought to be considered. And workers' rights is an issue in this upcoming election that ought to be considered. But in terms of what the speech is, you see, when you close narrative and you pretend not to be aware of every circumstance, it's like in legal jargon they might say the facting issue is something, but you have relevant things so wrong in the facting issue that would bring you there. So you have to consider all those things. So you can just, and then again, a speech of that magnitude, Andre, ought not to be written as a reaction to a speech given by the Prime Minister. You don't go try to negate what the Prime Minister say, but you bring your philosophy to board. You might have some part in yours where you agree with him, and you have some part where you differ. But you shouldn't push a narrative. And there lies the crux of the matter, Andre, with the National Democratic Congress. They always want to oppose. So even if something is good, they just find a way to oppose it.
To oppose it. That's correct.
And in the national construct and in leading a country or want to be a leader of a country, it's not always about opposing it. There are times when you have to build on what is there. Because remember, government is a continuum. And you don't want every time you enter government, you have to restart from ball one. You cannot bring back the country to ball one every time. And the whole narrative that is peddled by the Congress about change and nothing has been happening in Grenada is simply this. It's like what they're saying, should we get into government, we have to restart the country, and that is not the issue here. And I think that is where the connection with people, gaining traction, and the speech did not gain. It is the diehards of the choir continue to sing praises of the speech.
We're going to take this caller and then we take a commercial break and then we come right back. Stay with us, friend. Good morning.
Andrew, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Quickly, tell us.
Good morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could say that concerning to do with liars. Honorable Peter Davis. Honorable Peter Davis is a liar, a poor people liar. He just go into liar to enrich himself by money.
Who tell you that? No. Don't go into law to enrich yourself. So you think Peter is a stupid idiot?
No. He's making money. But he seek interest of the people.
That you believe?
Yeah, but...
That you believe? You ain't sure on that. You not sure on that. I'm not accepting
that. That's his opinion.
That's your opinion?
That's my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
carry your narrative.
I could answer because when you look at cases, who are being good, representing the poor people? A man that hold with two split at this is...
You see, just like how you say that day, how you say that he representing poor people, you eating in a man with two split, I could flip it and turn it around and say, Peter doing so and support ganja.
And that's your opinion. I respect your opinion.
Oh, so you see, careful what you say. Careful what you say now.
My opinion don't have to be right there. Sometimes, but that's your opinion. We have to respect my opinion. Right? I just try to enjoy a comparison. You can see when people say they care about people, they love people.
Okay.
That care and that love for people, you have to show that. Right? Not only care about money. Yes, everyone that go into a business to make a profit. To make a profit, we understand that. But when you get into politics, and in politics you are representing a company against the people, they know you come now and into politics, and then you go around telling people you care and you love them. And also, I can answer how this thing working. Because care and love is not only when you get into politics. Outside politics, you have to show the care. From the time you're born and on the earth, and you have to love one another and you care about others. Because so now you cannot try to enrich yourself of other people. Okay? Everyone has to live a life that is pleasing, a life that they will could be satisfied to the human race. So I want to say again, liars, yes, we know they have to make money. They have to help themselves. But then you have to look after people.
Have a nice day. Okay, good. Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world.
To save 30%. Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Who me? I don't watch people, man. I'm looking for house and land. Who me? I don't watch people.
What I'm calling like that song? Drink water and mind your business, man.
Big song. I like the singer too.
What do you like about Patrice?
And she was here. She also be here Monday, Sunday.
Sunday.
In the moonlight.
That's another thing I want to do, son, and speak to. So I was wondering, how did the show in Moonlight City pass? And somebody told me it was pretty well attended. They gave it a thumbs up. I don't know if that person is correct. Somebody can call me and tell me different, but somebody. As a matter of fact, I know I sent a message to a gentleman called roundabout after 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yo, I need to talk to you. And he said, not now, just driving down to the city from Moonlight City. That was after 8 o'clock on Monday morning.
Okay.
So I get the impression that the show may have been a good show. Yeah?
Okay.
The other one at Cowpen, According to my good friend Samuel Charles, Mupen. That one again.
The massive.
Based on it turned out to be a massive show. So I was wondering, and I was speaking to my good buddy Stallion. And I say, Stallion, the way people getting money like that? Stallion say, Andrew, you're an idiot. I say, well, hey, everybody know I should be. He said, well, let me explain to you where the money come from.
Yeah.
He says, money continue to come in the country, Western Union and MoneyGram. Free adverts all they just get. Yeah, money continue to come in the country via that. He said, road workers, public workers, private sector workers. He said, Andre, everybody that working for the past 2 years, where they spend it? He said, Andre, they don't spend the money day. The money day. Now they start to spend the money, Jay. So you're going to see that more shows is going to have a good showing.
Yes.
Because people now get a place to go to spend the money. He said people just started to buy clothes, Andre. They was not buying clothes.
They're looking for
He says for the past 2 years, Grenadians was only buying food.
Yeah.
They can't buy anything else, Andre. They ain't even buying gas because there's nowhere to go. Say now they started to do so and dip into the funds. So you won't see. He said, watch it. Watch how the economy will start to do so and move again. Because people have found places to go. Now, as I say this, I must warn. And I'm saying to the people who are going to the shows, yes, you're going to have fun. Yes, you do yourself. Do your do. However, you still need to be careful.
Be safe.
When I look at some pictures of Mupen, and not one person with a mask. Not one person with a mask. And I inquired as to whether or not body temperatures were taken on entrance. And the answer was no. And I'm saying that Ministry of Health, while yourself, you guys would have agreed to relax the thing, I'm still asking, is it possible for you to ask the promoters to have hand sanitizer at the door so that persons can at least sanitize their hands when they come in and take their body temperature? And if their body temperature is above and beyond what it should be, you might want to ask a question. You might want to ask a question.
You should ask a question.
All right? I don't know if legally that might not be thing. I guess you have to take oh boy, the lawyers again, they want to kill me now. But those are things that I think need to be done. Now, Carl, did you get a chance to listen to what William Joseph had to say?
Yeah, briefly.
What's your comments on it?
Well, in conclusion to what he said, I agree. The speech didn't set the place ablaze or set the place alight or give that forward. And he made some comments similar to what my thought process was about the speech. One, he spoke on the significance of tourism and how it is placed. And it comes back to the same issues of, okay, you want to do that, or you say you're going to do all of this, but you don't explain to you how you're going to get all of this done. And when you say could a leopard change its skin, Andre, my answer to that is character is like pregnancy cannot be hidden. And that speech reminds me of the first $1 billion budget by Mr. Buck. All these things were said, and then he said, how you go get that done? He said, we go say later on, we go tell you. So it's the same thing. Same thing. The speech is just annexed to that thing. Because it's the same grandeur pronouncement. Make everybody permanent. Pay that, pay that, pay that. zero poverty, all that. First, you don't give timelines as to how you go achieve it. So we don't know. And then we can hold you not to nothing in your thing. So you might say, well, I never say I will do it by X, Y, and Z. I only say that I want to do. So even if it takes the next 1,000 years, you can hold your feet to the fire. And secondly, what mechanism or what's your roadmap or what's your blueprint to achieving what you say you want to do? And that was the crux of what William was saying. And that's my sentiments exactly to the speech. And it is in no way opposing the speech, Andre. I'm just being analytical. I just adding my 2 pence to it. And that's my view. What's your take?
The speech? Nice cholesterol writing. So I ain't commenting on my friend writing, not too much. Leave me alone. That's my real Saturday. I mean, she ain't do a good job, so she ain't do a good job. But, Carl, but seriously here, there's no focus on anything. Everything was just glossed over. There's no, as you said, explanation as to how we would arrive at whatever point. And how long it will take us to get there. There wasn't anything like that. So it was a real kind of kindergarten thing. You know, it was well, you don't want a speech to be too complex so that the ordinary man cannot understand.
Yeah.
But simplicity is not necessarily the best thing to do. You must have things in the speech as what? You must have things in the speech as, for instance, out of the Prime Minister's speech, the whole idea of $100 million for 100,000 people.
Yeah.
No, that is something that will cause discussion.
Yes.
As opposed to Deacon. There's nothing in the speech that could cause you to discuss anything.
Yeah. Even in the Prime Minister's speech, he spoke of housing.
Yes.
And not only for low-income people, but for even professionals who might have land and find it difficult to get. So
to get a kickstart.
So it's something you could critique or something you could be pro.
Something you can discuss.
Yes.
There's nothing in Mr. Mitchell's speech, by Mr. Mitchell, of course, Deacon Mitchell, that would cause me to discuss anything. And that, I believe, was the serious drawback in relation to the speech. 22 minutes now before the 9 o'clock hour. Sean Archibald says, here, Carl, and I want you to comment on that. Maybe I will too, but you should. It will take too long for that. When will people enter? And you know what you're speaking here? Sanitizing.
Yeah.
At the doors. It will take too long for that. Sean? Sean, I don't know if I should really comment on that. The first thing that stands out, Sean, you're willing to compromise the nation. That's what your utterance right there said. You're willing to compromise the nation and the nation's health, and health is wealth.
He's like,
for people entering a show, you're willing to compromise. So let everybody go in and don't check nobody, and you cool with that, Sean. Good. Okay, fine.
Like David rather put it in a song. In this bacchanal season, men lose
their reason.
All they want to do is whine and have a good time because they're feeling fine. But when Mark Wilkins put it in, when the thing over.
When the thing done.
Yeah.
Yes, Sean. Do better than that. You could do better than that. No, don't worry. I mean, we all have come short.
I think I recognize with us here in Grenada, us. I'm not saying them, us. We tend to attach too much emotion when issues are serious to be discussed soberly. We tend to attach too much emotions. And we as a people ought to recognize when issues are of importance and we soberly discuss it and come to the best conclusion, and not necessarily for me.
but for us all.
Because what is wrong, or what Murphy's law basically, anything that go wrong doesn't go wrong in a good time. And when something like that goes wrong, it affects everybody. So, and then you can't go on Monday morning quarterback and say, I should have checked people in.
You know, but Carl, and Sean, if you're asking that, it will take too long for people to enter. That's simply because of one thing, my brother. Most of our shows, if not all of our shows, not most, all of our shows have one entry point.
Mm-hmm.
And Moonlight City caters for more than one entry point once you do something, organize it properly. Moonlight City. I'm not sure about Cowpen because I've been there once in my whole, thing. So I can't say I understand the security at Cowpen, so I can't say. The National Stadium, Carl, they could use more than one entry point at the National Stadium.
Yeah.
So, yes, people can go in and maybe go in faster because you're opening up different entry points. What we need to do is to look at it and realize whether or not this is the best thing, Carl Caton, for our people at this particular point in time. That's all I'm asking. Look at it. Shouldn't we be saying to all promoters, whether you're in Mupen, Moonlight City, National Stadium, Spectrum, Montreal Hard Court, wherever you're having a function, make that part of the whole thing. Make that part of the whole thing. And it could be done. It just could be done. I mean, it's something to look into. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Andre.
Yes?
The host here, just touching base. God send Galba.
God send food.
How going on, guys? All the good?
No.
Anything I could do to make it good, yeah?
Stanley?
How I know that?
Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. Don't go down.
You asked me a question.
I say don't go down the road. Don't go down the road. Don't make it a habit. Don't go down the road.
Well, you asked me the question.
I said do not make it a habit.
I ain't making nothing no habit.
That becoming a habit now.
Did you ask me a question?
Yes, I asked you a question.
So I answered the question partially.
Yeah, but don't.
All I was telling you,
People answer that question.
I am saying to you, all I was saying to you, when you see Stanley, tell him good morning.
No, you wasn't saying that.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Me and you just think alike. What I was saying that to go by Stanley, buy 2 rotis and send it. Don't go down the road.
So
Never, let me tell you something. Anytime a man is a businessman and he sells things like food and roti, never buy from him after holiday.
I will tell Stanley what you say.
I never say Stanley. I said any restaurant or business place
Don't
sell food.
Don't buy after holiday.
A weekend or a holiday, don't buy from them.
Okay.
Wait, keep that day.
Okay, I hear you. I will tell Stanley what you say.
So I promise you, you're going to get it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Alright? I want to send it for you and Carl and Day.
No, Carl there every day.
Carl there every day.
But no, what happened is that in relation to the land that he was farming, it is a clear indication that work has started. Because the lands he was using was the lands that was earmarked for the golf course, right?
Okay.
And the developers, through their local people here, had to inform all of them who were doing farming in that area that work is about to start, so they need to desist from farming.
I have a partner who have land in Mali up there. I'll talk to him and they call okay.
I hear you, brethren. I hear you loud and clear. So what's up? Everything good otherwise?
Can't complain.
I saw Manda on...
Yeah, and I have to tell you that too. Manda told me you saw her. What day is that? And telling her, hey, Mr. Know you. What kind of thing is that there? They have to greet me wife better than that.
Well, I was driving.
Stop the van, pull up, go give her a hug. And
There was no place to pull up.
Andre, calling to a celebrity like you. People will glad to wait behind you and let you do what you have to do. So you underestimating your power.
You one crazy guy, yeah. You one crazy guy.
I don't like how you treat me wife.
Nah, don't worry. It was no disrespect meant.
When she came home and she told me how you treat her, I get offended.
No disrespect meant, my brother. You know that.
Yeah, but hey, miss, I know you. What kind of thing is that?
Well, if I know her?
Yeah, well, you know her more than that. Stop the van, pull up, long time you ain't see her, give her a nice hug and a kiss.
All right. Okay. I apologize publicly.
Yeah, you never you had a big man in grade afraid to apologize. Later.
Take care, son, my brother. One love.
All right, one
Good.
love.
Okay. 8:46, that's our time. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com, 107.9 inside of Fun City, Brooklyn, J1 FM. Hey, wherever you are, whatever platform you're using to listen, thank you for making that choice. The only choice.
That was your BBC voice?
Nah, I ain't use that BBC. For me to use the BBC voice, my headphones I have to get better headphones than these to use my BBC voice. Good morning.
Yes, at last. Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Good morning, Primus.
Sound like Mr. Donald.
What?
Good morning, Master Caller.
Morning, bro.
Well, are they fighting up with some bell pepper?
All they have some baby pepper, they all call it. I know bell pepper, Dre. Stop that stupidness. What?
Mr. Donald.
What?
Before I go into my conversation, as you sing song said, mind your business. Mr. Donald, the last time I heard my good friend Clifford mention that the government got some fertilizers. But I've did some investigation on Saturday with some of the farmers, and like nobody knows about it. So I don't know. I'm just looking to know if anyone has information to let the farmers know. Because I could tell you, buying this fertilizer from the private farms is really, really expensive. And I was the one who really called on the government to give some assistance to the farmers. Instead of just imagine about a month ago, I took $1,000, put in my pocket, and I said I'm going to market the board and buy fertilizer. Everything is fertilizer. And to my great surprise, what one of the club they told me, and it's about a year now, between that fertilizer.
Okay.
And that's where I got the biggest shock. And out of that $1,000, I spent about $300, $400. I only get 2 bags of manure. Whereby at least I would have get about more than 10 bags from $1,000.
Okay.
Because I normally buy it and store it up.
Well, I'll do some investigation into this. I'll do some investigation so that you'll be able to. So that we can work on something for you.
Just go crazy running up and down.
Okay, good.
Once I know where it is, what procedure, I proceed.
And do me a favor, man. Stop growing this baby pepper and them and call
Mr.
them
Donald,
bell
was the last
peppers.
crop. Mr. Donald, remember I told Master Call on Friday that everyone is dropping?
Man, this kind of baby pepper you come and call bell pepper. Be yourself, come on.
Anyway, you'll get some better one. I'm coming up soon, maybe in the next 2 months.
All right. Take care, my friend.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
You too, great. Drinking water and minding your business.
You're well into that song today, man.
Yeah.
Or are you watching it to respond to?
Watch. Anybody who more stupid than me, real stupid now. Remember that? Remember I said that, eh?
Yeah.
Anybody who more stupid than me, real stupid. Sean Archibald asked the question, so what about rallies? Should they check them too? Or checks are them? What are them check done them? I know that part mean. A-R-E, Carl, tell me what this is. A-R-E-T-E-M C-H-E-C-K-D-O-N-E-C-H-E-N. What I mean?
Yeah, their checks done on them or something, yeah?
Well, that's probably what he wanted to write. No. The bottom line here is no. And should it be done? I believe it should be done. I honestly believe it should be done. But it doesn't mean that because the checks are not being done at rallies, Sean Archibald, it does not mean that they should not be done at all. I would just drink water and mind my business, right? Can anybody who more stupid than me, real stupid now? Anybody who more stupid than me, real stupid. And I didn't believe that you have people stupid than me. But
why everything has to boil down in our country to color?
Not well, whatever.
That we boil down to color.
Well, yeah, I guess. Your health, you know. Sean is a dollar. Your health, brethren. Your health. Do you understand? Or you ain't care about that. Let everybody just go willy-nilly, man. If you get an opportunity to do so and handle, then handle. If you don't get the opportunity, then you ain't get it. Sean, daughter, I can't. Sean, your mother is a very unhappy person right now. Because your mother would be hearing you making them hearing me say you make them kind of statement that she probably vexed at me because she know I lying on she son. Yeah, she figure I lying on she son. So she vexed me. Your mother and father must be vexed at me right now. And they ain't realize that I'm speaking the truth. I wish there was on social media. They'll see what thing you're putting up and realize you're more stupid than Andre Donald.
Now, one personal, you can see, what will happen from here on in is my view on the whole pandemic and thing. Persons are expected to look after themselves, Andre. So it is not proper to say they don't do it here, they don't do it, they sure wouldn't do it.
Drink water and mind my business. I'm singing it again, Carl. Like I got to do that. Drink water and just mind my business. See? Anyway, Mr. Joseph, William Joseph, I listened to your piece. Well accepted. Mr. Mondy Lewis, Senator Mondy Lewis, sorry. I listened to your piece. Well accepted too. But the icing on the cake, that's okay, but I never caught COVID, but you have? That is what Sean Archibald is saying? Who you is speaking about here? But Sean Archibald is a real daughter. I feel to just block. If I used to block people, I just block in here now. What you say, Antonio? If you used to block people here, you get blocked, you know, Sean.
Anyway, don't let Sean take care of your thing.
Anyway, listen now. Over the weekend, the DLP, Democratic Labour Party out of Barbados, they invited Deacon Mitchell to address their convention.
That the party will lose?
Yeah.
215 back to back?
230 back to back. It's 30 seats they have in Barbados. 230 back to back. Now, he was asked to.
The keynote speaker.
Mm-hmm. And really and truly, again, when anybody when they would listen to that, those who listened already. But anybody listening to that would realize that again, Mr. Mitchell was out of sorts. What he sought to do was to use the mantra, long live this and long live that and long live, and somebody must have told him that he looked like Morris Bishop or whatever. Huh. Honestly, yeah. And I'm sorry, he failed again. He failed again.
There would never be another Morris Bishop.
And I'm not even talking about him being Morris Bishop in terms of failure. It's just that I listened, Carl, I listened because I wanted to realize, okay, fine, what was going to be his message to the people or the members of the Democratic Labour Party. And Carl, I'm going to listen again today. I am going to listen again today to that speech to find out what was his message. What hope was he bringing to the people of the Democratic Labour Party in Barbados?
Yeah.
And I know that the Bajans take their politics very, very serious. Their politics and cricket, they take it very, very, very serious.
And the level of discussion must be deep, eh?
Yeah. So I have to go again and listen to that. I have to go again and listen to that. It was just shucks. It was just so all over the place what he was saying. So he said nothing. He said nothing. So much so that I didn't even realize that he ended when he ended. Seriously. And then I don't believe that there were teleprompters. So I got the feeling that he was speaking from head. Total mistake. Total mistake. But it is what it is. But remember this, Mr. Mitchell, irrespective of which color you're from, when you leave here and you go and speak in a place, you're representing Grenada. You understand? So you must make Grenada proud. You understand? There must be a message. You understand? 30 seconds for your final thoughts, Carl, for the day.
Be safe and don't forget the people of Grenada that safety, your life, your health, in large part depend on how and what you do. So never forget that. Don't let emotions cloud your proper judgment.
Somebody's asking, where is that speech? Well, go on to YouTube and you probably can Google the Democratic Labour Party convention or conference, and you'll see the portion with Mr. Mitchell in there. Goodbye, friends. Take care of yourself. God bless. I'm gonna catch you again tomorrow, God's will. Bye bye now.